A very good morning. Today we will study about body fluid and circulation. You have learned that all living cells have to be provided with nutrients, oxygen and other essential substances. Also, the waste or harmful substance produced have to be removed continuously for healthy functioning of tissue. It is therefore essential to have efficient mechanisms for the movement of these substances to the cell and from the cell. Different group of animals have evolved different methods for this transport. Simple organisms like sponge ciliate circulates water from their surrounding through their body cavity to facilitate the cells to exchange these substances. More complex organisms use special fluid within their body to transport such materials. Blood is the most commonly body fluid by most of the higher organisms including human for this purpose. Another body fluid is lymph, also help in transport of certain substances. In this chapter, you will learn about the composition and properties of blood and lymph tissue fluid, and the mechanism of the circulation of blood is also explained herein. First is blood. Blood क्या होता है? Blood is a special connective tissue consisting of the fluid matrix, जैसे plasma and the form elements. Plasma is a straw color viscous fluid constituting nearly 55% of the blood. 90 to 92% of plasma is water, and proteins contribute 6 to 8% of it. Fibrinogen, globulin, and albumin are the major most important protein. Fibrinogen are needed for clotting or coagulation of blood. Globulin primarily are involved in defense mechanisms of the body, and albumin help in osmotic balance. Plasma also contains small amount of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonates, and chlorine, etc. Glucose, amino acid, lipids, etc. are also present in plasma as they are always in transit in the body. Factor for coagulation or clotting of blood are also present in the plasma in an inactive form. Inactive form is important. Plasma without the clotting factor is called serum. Then moving on, formed element. Erythrocyte, leukocyte, platelets are collectively called formed element, and they constitute nearly 45% of the blood. Erythrocytes or RBC are the most abundant of all the cells in blood. A healthy adult man has on an average 5 million to 5.5 million of RBC per millimeter cube of blood. RBCs are formed in red bone marrow in the adults. RBC are devoid of nucleus in most of the mammals and are biconcave in shape. They have a red color, iron-containing complex protein called hemoglobin, hence the color and name of these cells. A healthy individual has 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. These molecules play a significant role in the transport of respiratory gases. RBCs have an average lifespan of 120 days, after which they are destroyed in the spleen, that is graveyard of RBCs. Leukocytes are also known as white blood cell WBC, as they are colorless due to lack of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is not present in leukocytes. They are nucleated and are relatively lesser in number, which average 6,000 to 8,000 millimeter per cube of blood. Leukocytes are generally short-lived. We have two main categories of WBC, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils are different type of granulocytes, while lymphocytes and monocytes are agranulocytes. Neutrophils are the most abundant cells, 60 to 65% of the total WBCs, and basophils are the least, 0.5 to 1% among them. Neutrophils and monocytes, 6 to 8% are phagocytic cells, which destroy foreign organism entering the body. Basophils secrete histamine, serotonin, heparin, etc. and are involved in inflammatory reactions. Eosinophils, 2 to 3% resist infection and are also associated with the allergic reaction. Lymphocytes, 20 to 25% are of two major types, B and T form. Both B and T lymphocytes are responsible for immune response of the body. Platelets, also called thrombocytes, are cell fragment produced from megakaryocyte, is a special cell in the bone marrow. Blood normally contains 1 lakh to 50,000 to 3 lakh 50,000 platelets per millimeter cube. Platelets can release a variety of substances, most of which are involved in coagulation or clotting of blood. A reduction in their number can lead to the clotting disorder, which will lead to excessive loss of blood from the body. Now moving on, blood groups. As you know, blood of human being differ in certain aspect, though it appears to be similar. Various type of grouping of blood has been done. Two such grouping are ABO and the Rh negative are widely used all over the world. ABO grouping. ABO grouping is based on the presence or absence of two surface antigen, that is chemical data can induce immune response on the RBCs, namely A and B. Similarly, the plasma of different individuals contain two natural antibodies protein produced in response to antigen. The distribution of antigen and antibodies in the four group of blood A, B, ABO are given in the table. You probably know that during blood transfusion, any blood cannot be used. The blood of a donor has to be carefully matched with the blood of the recipient before any blood transfusion to avoid severe problems of clumping, destruction of RBC. The donor compatibility is shown. AB-ABO, AB-AB nil, anti-AB-AO, anti-ABO, and nil AB-ABO, anti-ABO. From the above mentioned table, it is evident that group O blood can be donated to the person with any other blood group, and hence O group individuals are called universal donor. Person with AB group can accept blood from person with AB as well as the other group of blood. Therefore, such persons are called universal recipient.